Lisa. Somebody that has definitely taken the audience by storm with the way she is as a person, and people still have questions. And to be fair, one of the biggest questions is who was she before she was even on 90 Day Fiance? What secrets does she even have? Well, here's the thing, folks. Come across this article here by TV Seasons and Spoilers, and we're going to begin here where it gives us a nice little background regarding everything that some of you may already know, but some of you may not know regarding Lisa. Before Lisa ever stepped into the spotlight of 90 Day Fiance, her life looked nothing like what viewers see on screen today. It appears that her journey to reality TV was far more complicated than anyone imagined. Several sources recently talked about Lisa's past and revealed what her life looked like and what she had faced in the past. Lisa also revealed some dark truths about herself on national television. Viewers are still picking up their dropped jaws. Is this true? What is this all about? What did Lisa reveal? Well, that's something that we are about to uncover here, folks. So let's talk about the marriages. Now, some of us already been told a little bit about the fact that she was married 5 times, but there's details that we didn't know. So as you can see, it starts off by saying Lisa was married 5 times in her life. Apparently, her first marriage happened when she was very young. It ended in annulment because she felt immature and unprepared. I guess many people would still ask the question till this day, even though she's no longer young, is she mature now? Let me know your thoughts on that one. Then Lisa walked down the aisle with another man with whom she shares her daughter, Faith. Things didn't work as she felt that her partner was a better friend than her husband. The only thing that I question regarding him being a better friend than a husband, I would imagine that means he would have been in her life now, due to the fact that they share a child. So I do wonder if he's been here, obviously throughout Faith's upbringing. But then I question that because you see, we know that when it comes to Lisa has moved 15 times since her daughter has been alive. She has moved around 15 times for 15 different partners. So given the fact that she did that, it makes you wonder, where was the father this whole time to be able to be there for his child? Because let's be real, it's not like she was just moving within the same city or the same state. This one was moving from different states to different states. So therefore, that would have been definitely hard on the child support. So I do question that, to be honest with you. And that's something that I'm trying to find out. And if I can get the answer, I'll definitely let you folks know. Now, it also continues here saying that then comes Lisa's third marriage. She calls her third husband, the best one. 3 husbands, and you're saying the third one's your best one. Very fascinating. So, of course, she's somebody that had 3 husbands and ended up having 2 wives. So, as you can see, she said, but then she had to leave him because she realized she was a lesbian. Something that Daniel has shown so far in this season to not be a fan of, nor does Daniel's uncle seem to be a fan of the fact that she's somebody that is or was or still is a lesbian, despite the fact that the uncle is completely fine with Daniel taking money from his wife-to-be. Interesting. Nonetheless though, but she had to leave him because she realized that she was a lesbian. After exploring her sexuality, Lisa married 2 women in her life and lived as a lesbian for 21 years before she met Daniel. Damn, 21 years without no... Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, she admitted that she never really imagined that she would love a man after dating women for 21 years in her life. But there is so much more to learn about Lisa's life as she is a woman with many secrets. You know, it's crazy because, to be honest with you, I've never necessarily known, but then again, I don't know many women that were straight that then ended up being a lesbian and then went back to being straight. You see what I'm saying? So I do really wonder though, those 21 years when she was obviously not with a man and mixing out on the male part, you know what I mean? I do really wonder, what is it about Daniel that actually convinced her, you know what, I've had enough of women. I've had 21 years of fun with women in however way we've enjoyed our lives, but now I want to be with a man instead and enjoy life again in a different way. A lot of questions behind that one. That's why people do believe that she's scamming him. But with that being said, it continues by saying Lisa was once homeless and in debt, which is something that doesn't come as a surprise. But let's read. Lisa used to live in Pennsylvania, USA, but it seems that her life was never easy. She had struggled with debt and money problems in the past. She even had to borrow money from her friend to pay her bills. Now, this is the same friend that we've seen so far named June, I believe. And this same friend also helps Lisa with money when Lisa's trying to send money to Daniel. It's absolutely crazy, to be honest with you, but hey, we continue. the celeb. I don't know why she's called a celeb. She's not really a celebrity right now. I don't wish she ever be, but anyway. The 90-day cast member, shall I say, even recalled how she and her daughter Faith once faced eviction due to unpaid rent. Again, you've got this father, this best friend, this ex-husband. I'm not saying he should be helping you necessarily with paying the bills, but obviously there is child support, right? And given the I know obviously Faith is obviously now too old for child support, but it makes me wonder though, if she was receiving child support all these years, where did that money even go to? Because you have to understand, folks, there were times when she was in debt, she was homeless, and she's even shown so far this season that when it comes to money, money is not something that she's good at. So I do wonder when she was, or if she was ever receiving child support, what did she actually ever do with that money? To be fair, did that money even actually ever go to her daughter? And also, given the fact that she was always on a move to different states, would that would have changed things? I don't know. But either way, though, again, so many questions. And this is why we sit and we say that there's always been so many secrets when it comes to Lisa. But hey, we continue. So some clips from Lisa's past featured her living in a tent in a very concerning condition, that her tent had several holes and it was leaking as torrential rain poured. She even documented that she was standing in the ankle deep water while her furniture drowned. The celeb even begged her audience to pray for her as things were really getting out of hand. Not celeb, but okay, whatever. Hence, it was evident that Lisa faced many financial issues throughout her life. And unfortunately, it seems as if she may still be doing that. Who knows? Maybe she went on 90 Day Fiance because she wanted to earn some money from being on the show. And maybe because maybe she's tried to work in other areas and just hasn't worked. Even though recently it's come out that she is now working in like the nursing service in some type of way, but that is here or there. On the other hand, one of Lisa's sisters claimed that she was a scammer. And that's something that we spoke about in a previous video. Please do check it out. She accused Lisa of taking a lot of money from her mother when she was alive. The notice source even claimed that Lisa lied about having cancer just to get a roof. Though Lisa hasn't really addressed these claims, it is evident that she has a controversial past. And that's something that we can definitely not ignore. That anything that comes out regarding this woman is definitely controversial. But then also I was able to find this, obviously this page itself in particular. And this page does show, Lisa back in the past when she was obviously a pet owner, but also on top of that living in a tent. Now, to be fair though, just want to double check. Here we go. As you can see, she also has history of even making a GoFundMe in the past as well. Okay, as well as also trying to sell things. As you can see here in this photo, there's even the part where she had 3 dogs and 1 cat in this photo stuff in particular. And just to double check, yep, and another dog and another cat. So that is literally a total of 4 dogs and 2 cats. It makes you wonder, you've got a dog, you got dogs, you got cats. How was you actually able to provide for these cats and for these dogs, given the fact that at the time she definitely was living in conditions that made her struggle? At least as you can see here, this is the images of the tent itself in particular that has obviously been spoken about. Now, but to be fair, on top of that, there is also images of this cabin looking place as well, which again, I'm not too sure if this is just a place that she stayed in as like a little weekend getaway, or if this is a place that she actually lived in. But either way though, it seems as if when it came to just living and surviving, it does seem as if it was a struggle based on the photos that we have here in front of us, obviously on this old IG page of herself in particular. But one thing that I do want to know for sure is that how was one able to actually survive, obviously by being able to feed so many animals without actually having much money in their pocket? Don't get me wrong, this is back when she was married with her ex-partner as well, so there is also that part too. Even though this was actually documented, but I don't know which partner, sorry, my apologies. I said back when she was married to ex-partner. I don't believe this was her married partner, her last female partner. This is probably her last female partner, but not her last female marriage partner. Yeah, that makes sense, because obviously this is dated back to 2022. But then again though, maybe this is just one of the others. Maybe there's been another partner since then, because clearly the woman has always moved around with different people. I mean, listen, some of the living conditions do look okay. They do look okay, but given the fact that she's somebody that's always struggling for money and all that kind of stuff, it makes you really wonder, what the hell were you doing with animals? Because boy, feeding animals and yourself is going to be one hell of a struggle. And then also on top of that, your daughter as well, on top of that as well. But hey, with that being said though, please do let me know your thoughts and your opinions on the matter itself. Because boy, Lisa's story has definitely been something else. But please do not forget to like and subscribe. Peace.